Hey there, my name's Riz and I'm here to demonstrate a new game I have under development. I'm looking for feedback on what direction I should take it or if there's any interest in the game at all. Perhaps I should just shelf the idea. The game is called The Foundation. It's based in the SCP universe. In the SCP universe, there's an organization called the SCP Foundation. Their goal is to secure, contain, and protect anomalous objects, entities, and places and keep them from the public so the public can continue to dwell in a safe and normal universe. This game puts you in the shoes of the administrator of the SCP organization, giving you control over every aspect of the Foundation and its interactions with the world. So here to start off, after we go through the intro screen, you can see that there's a geoscape here, day and night cycle. Beautiful little sun flare. Let's put our first base here in America. You'll have the ability to build multiple bases. Starting out, we'll just build the one. The main gameplay will be awaiting for things to occur. In the prototype, you have I have these SCPs that will be generated. These SCPs are generated by pulling the information off of the Wiki, storing the descriptions, but also parsing out the tags. If you look down here at aspects known, you will see the various tags for this SCP entity. These tags are then used to generate certain general behaviors for the SCP. Every SCP can be pulled off of the Wiki and given a set of behaviors that make them either more or less difficult to control, give them certain special abilities, and so forth. I also have been building in interpreters into this engine so that people can be able to easily code up mods to add on to the game, so that if you're not satisfied with the general behavior for an SCP, a mod can be created either by me or other teams and added into the game in order to give an SCP specific behavior. If the game senses that there is a mod for an SCP that it's pulling down, it will use that specific implementation rather than the general tag-based rules that I've generated. When these objects appear, you then have to choose how to secure them, with which NTF team, with which group of interest you might be allied with, who's going to grab the artifact and bring it back. Containment is how do you keep this from spreading out among the people. Do you need to do news cover stories? Do you want to administer amnesiacs? Do you want to make people disappear? The approach might be different depending on how the SCP appeared. And protect would be assigning it to a specific base to be stored, or building a facility around the existing SCP, because some of them are not movable. And so as the game goes on, several of those will appear and be generated. If I click here and wait again, see another one generated, again with its tags that I can use to implement some general behaviors. As you go through here, there'll be several things here on reports that you can do. Most of these are just here as placeholders to show the kind of things that I've thought about putting in, such as looking at your interactions with groups of interest or other countries. The Mr. Collector series, being able to actually check those off and collect all of them and maybe have some special behavior that occurs if you've collected them all. Of course, finances. And here you can see a little bit better some of the things that I've done to pull information off of the Wiki. It can even read the pictures off and puts them on these little Polaroid looking things and shows you the pictures that are attached to the article. The description is here with all the different pages. Now in the final version I'll probably have to not use most of the pictures or make them part of the mods so that I don't violate any copyright rules, since some of the pictures on the Wiki are not actually in public domain. You'll notice here, for those that are familiar with the Wiki, that the special containment procedures is blank. This section will be populated in the game as you choose the various things you want to contain the SCP entity. Each thing that you build or each rule you put in place for a particular SCP adds to this containment procedures section, making it generated by yourself instead of provided by the wiki. And might have to be edited constantly if your containment procedures were not enough to contain the object. The end game of the Foundation will be that as you are going through various SCPs, there is SCP number 1, which in the wiki is represented by a series of 10 or so articles that all of them are fake except one, but SCP-1 is so dangerous they created all of these fake containments and procedures in order to hide what the real SCP-01 is. As the gameplay continues, hints will be dropped and things will move towards the real SCP-01 being revealed. When the real SCP-01 is revealed, it will be revealed by breaking containment, and the endgame will be to see if the player can handle recontaining and trapping SCP-01. While containing some of these things, there are several things you would have to manage. Again, these are just examples of the types of things that could be managed. I imagine there will be lots of research involved, new technologies and things that can be used to better empower the Foundation. Policies such as the Ethics Committee and rules for your staff, maybe even their pay scales to keep them loyal. Influence would be interactions with other groups of interest to either generate alliances or to try and take them down from within or openly if necessary. Mobile task forces, creating them, arming them, giving them special equipment and jobs. And then there's bases. Here you can see that there is kind of a blueprint-like look here in the base building screen. It's designed to show this layer because it's supposed to be underground. Here's the, so far, pretty terrible looking underground view. This is supposed to show this slice of the underground and what obstacles are in your way. The solid white line might be civilian power lines, for example, and those areas in between might be civilian tunnels, maybe caves, things like that you either have to build around or be aware of to move them and keep the civilians unaware of your base that you are building underneath them, as some SCP bases are built underneath civilian centers. If we enter the build mode here, you can see that you are free to build this base in any manner that you wish. Maybe these little rooms will be future containment rooms. Maybe we'll build some sort of cafeteria over here. Extra wide room right there for a large security door maybe. These bases can also be multiple floors. So you could build some large structures under here and go back and forth between your floors. There will also be the ability to build multiple of these bases if necessary to contain objects in places all over the world, or to make it so that no one base, if it falls, will lose you the game. And so there's the general idea of what I have going, what I have planned, and I'm really looking for the feedback to see where I should take this or if there's any interest in this at all. So please feedback in the comments below or in the original wiki thread I started, and please let me know what you think.